Mikulski's statement, and then we're going to issue punishment. Current suggested is 3 DAPs, which will include a suspension, given he already has 3. Is there anything anybody thinks that he should be? Do we think we don't do it again to do like a presentation of when spikes are good, or is this too serious for that to be an option?
I'm not opposed. In addition to the suspension, I don't know that I would make it necessarily. Actually, I'm gonna say no, just because again, the whole like potential confusion amongst spike related stuff. And ultimately those being judgment calls and reserved for command. Because again, I don't know why it's becoming the norm, because it's still very much so command approval in those situations.
Yeah, I haven't. I mean, has anyone else run into a situation where people were spiking at high speed like this since we've been making those calls, or is this the first and only one?
I
Not
haven't seen
personally.
spike related stuff. High speed pits I've attempted, but they are very difficult on freeways.
Yeah.
Most times we're just getting absolutely.
I'll be honest, I
slapped.
could have done it a few times, but I back out of it because they're doing this at the speed.
Yeah, fair enough. 1 second.
It kind of bit me on the ass yesterday. I got done the same, so I called to open fire on the vehicle, but we never got eyes on it again.
Okay, I'm giving myself another tag in the meantime instead of fucking with permissions. I am a captain. Just out of curiosity, did anyone hear anything from Kukulski on radio after that? I know I was in the pursuit with the Sentinel widebody or whatever. I know Lucas asked for clarification on the first spike, wherever the hell that was. Then he mentioned the spikes on North Rockford. Ricky said probably too fast. Then the spikes immediately happened. Did he what scene was he involved in after that? Or did he immediately leave?
I think he helped me. He helped me with the foot bail a little bit because we were on that scene for a little bit before they were picked up.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I didn't hear. I don't think anything, if I'm not mistaken. At least I didn't.
I didn't hear majority of it. I find it very hard to hear him on the radio, so.
I heard him say gonna spike, but I didn't really hear where. And then I realized where when Ricky said that's going to be too fast, and then it was like, bam, this happened. A bit rough.
Yeah, I just didn't know if the too fast call was like the reason he 42'd, because at that point it's too late. But like there wasn't much space seemingly between when they were put down and that time. Doesn't matter. Obviously we'll ask him. But in his defense, it is very common for him to have like short stints on duty, 42, come back on duty, rinse, repeat. He could still be around, full disclosure. Just off duty. I don't know if someone wants to give him a call.
I can get my. Oh, there we go.
And if you need his number, it is on his profile.
Yeah.
I don't know whether this is appropriate to say or not, but I've often wondered who always gets on duty when there's a big call going on and then gets off duty straight after, and then you'll get on duty for the next big one.
What?
I mean, it could just be you know, normal timing related stuff. Because I do know that what's it called? I mean, like, this was not a big call. I mean, a street race is nothing.
I mean, as in, like, there's
Also,
been nothing happening all day, so it's been fairly
true.
quiet.
He's not around.
Yeah, I would dare say it's more so coincidence than anything, but kind of worked out well.
Just a heads
Couple
up.
of times something being in air one and stuff.
He was, I'm not sure if y'all had seen on his profile, he was prescribed oxy. When that happened, he did ask me what, he would and wouldn't be able to do. I spoke with doctors. I don't think this is specifically in reference to this, but in the past, he was prescribed oxy. Doctors pretty much told me that shouldn't be taken on duty. If he does need to take it on duty, he should get off duty. What else?
What does that mean if that's crossed out on his profile?
Well, I think it's just it expired on the 5th, so 6 days ago.
Oh, okay.
Also, are you guys aware that there's a spreadsheet for prescriptions and when they're filled?
Nope. I didn't think we were allowed that information. Isn't that like?
No. Because the pharmacies have to fill out every time they fill a prescription. Full disclosure, I don't think anyone on that list has ever filled a prescription more than twice. So if there were someone to have, recently get a prescription and they're getting 6 a day, which is the limit, because it's every 4 hours, there's probably something afoot, What else? Declan, I do want to. I need to speak with Frost or Angel, but I do want to run something by you regarding, or at least get your stance rather regarding Martha. Wait, did you say something?
Okay.
You're familiar with Martha, right?
Nope.
Oh, wonderful.
Really?
Oh, she's not around during shift 2.
Oh, they need help on channel 2.
Gosh. Okay. So actually, if you don't know Martha, it's hard to explain this. Never mind.
Okay.
She's a very nice lady. She's a very nice lady.
Is this
I'm
by
gonna go and help
chance
them on.
pertaining to the jewelry store where she was taken hostage thing?
No.
Or is this like
No.
something different?
Nah, she feels undervalued as the TLDR, heavily undervalued while here and wants more to do, but can't really get it.
Okay, because she was taking hostage for a jewelry store, and I think Penzone. I don't think he meant anything negative by this, but she was hostage, and he said if you're going to point your guns pointed at her, not at the officers, and she had like a problem with him saying it like that because he specifically said point the guns at her.
That's a bad choice of words.
Yeah, it was
a bad choice of words.
It's Penzone. He has a lot of bad choices.
He's a donut.
But no, it's got nothing to do with that.
Okay.
Absolutely nothing. In fact, I will run it by you, since you're now in command, just to gauge general thoughts, and Davenport, you as well. So this is probably going to be a little bit, but TLDR.
I'm listening. I'm just filling out a report at the same time.
Yep, that's fine. A few weeks ago, Martha was having a conversation with myself and Pred regarding her position in the PD. I'm sure you guys are aware that if you have ever needed a phone number of anyone, you go to their profile and it's at the very top, and there's typically like a tiny URL link, and it's also dated. And that link is typically a photo of a lemon list ad, justifying that this number belongs to this person, right? She puts a solid amount of effort into essentially creating this database of numbers, of which many detectives have reached out to Martha to figure out who owns what number in the event where they don't know. Pred was concerned that in shift 2, because Martha's unavailable, that this should be information available in a spreadsheet that shift 2 could have access to. But the TLDR or the issue with that TLDR, is if that happens, no one's ever going to speak to Martha.
Yes, it bypasses
Exactly.
her.
And the reality is, if they don't have that number, they're never going to have that number unless it's because of Martha. Therefore, all they need to do is put in a request to Martha, and within, 12 to 24 hours, they'll get the response of the information that they need. Pred went down the route of saying, well, Martha, you should become a police officer. Martha made it very fucking clear on several occasions she has zero desire to be a police officer, but she wants to help where she can. She's a wealth of knowledge. She's a civilian. She overhears things all the time, and she can likely assist with a bunch of different cases, and not just be a receptionist. Pred continued down the route of, well, you should be a police officer and you can help with, these cases, whether that be processing evidence, again, providing information, tips, whatever it is, right? But she never wants to be in uniform. She doesn't want to be a police officer. At some point she was sworn in. I'm not exactly sure when that occurred, but Martha was sworn in. And she wants to essentially assist with investigations. She does not want a gun. She doesn't want a taser. She wants no PD equipment, no PD vehicles. She just wants to help. She also really despises the role of, not the role of dispatch. She's not a dispatcher. She's a receptionist. And it was intended that she not be dispatch, but I guess stuff happened with Turner and then it was overlooked and nothing ever happened. And so she feels stuck in PD, which is why she goes around doing other things like, the sushi deliveries and whatnot. All of this to say that during this meeting, Pred pretty much pissed her off and continuously just said, well, Martha, it sounds like you want to join the PD, to which she said, again, you are not understanding. I don't want to be a police officer. Pred is a very, it sounds like this is a solution to your problem, even though the solution is exactly what they're not looking for. My proposed thing is we take a similar route that we did with Bill Mays. On paper, an officer, but she's not expected to be in uniform. She's not going to be doing any police duties outside of Mission Row. It would be for the sole purpose of being respected as an officer by other officers, as opposed to being looked down to because she's labeled dispatch. While again, providing assistance in not like I'm going out and I'm going to watch with a camera investigation, as much as it is when people are asking things at Mission Row, she can provide information. Because again, she's a wealth of knowledge. And a title, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be PD administrator or administrative assistant. It doesn't matter what it is, but essentially, I want to move Martha to a position like that. She would primarily be shift 3 and 1. She is rarely around in 2. And I wanted to know if you guys felt as though there's any areas of concern. Now, full disclosure, in the position she currently has, she has access to, if I recall correctly, investigative reports, incidents. I'm pretty sure she can literally see everything aside from high command reports.
I don't think there's any concern. I think Martha's great.
Agreed.
Yeah, I don't think there'd be any concern in that whatsoever.
And I also
the only
appreciate
concern that I would have is essentially maybe just, and I know this isn't her fault because obviously she's had no training in it, from what I understand. But sometimes we'll be in an active pursuit or something will be going on where we shouldn't really break comms, and then she will just come out on the radio and say, we've got someone here at Mission Row that needs an officer to take a statement, or something minor that doesn't need to be said at that point in time,
Yep, that's very understandable.
Which is very rare that it happens, but it has happened a couple of times. So, and I've always thought maybe I should speak to her about that, but I every time I get done with what we're doing, she's not around, so I've never really got the chance to do it, and then I forget about it, to be honest. So,
Got it.
That's the only issue I've ever had. Other than that, she's awesome. Yeah.
Okay.
which is an easy fix. I'm sure if she was told that, she would
Oh,
understand fully
100%.
and be like,
100%. I know people are going to bring up stuff like, how can she be an officer if, she didn't go through academy or had any formal training? Again, she's not going to be out on the streets arresting people. She's not going to be she's not even going to be interrogating people, like even as part of the investigation. She wants to assist with not processing evidence, but making it easier to see, going through VR, specifically labeling things, taking photos to make sure that these things are clear, which she could do simultaneous to us having people in custody, for example. She wants people to ask questions regarding active investigations. It's not a tall ask. And again, right now, being labeled as dispatch is this cloud over her head. And I don't want her to ever feel that way. And she is right. This is the thing I appreciate about Martha the most, is she will tell you to your face exactly what she's thinking. She's not going to sugarcoat it. She will tell you that is what she needs or that's not what she needs. Much like she told Pred several times, you are not understanding what I'm saying. I do not want to be a police officer. Because Pred was pushing that over and over and over. And she doesn't want people to hesitate, reaching out to her to assist with things, regardless of how small. Looking into it's exactly what I did regarding one of the MCs. It's like, Martha, can you look for, because she also has all the Lemon List ads that people have posted. Can you look for anyone who's advertised for this MC? It was the split of Chaos Legion into, is it Ravens? No problem there. Following day, I had an entire list of fucking people who had clearly left Chaos and went to Ravens. But again, it's about making sure that she's involved in these things and not just being utilized for the information that she has. So, I intend on speaking with Pred and pushing that. I don't expect there to be any resistance, but the reason I bring it up specifically with you, Ricky, again, I'm going to speak with Angel or Frost, but I don't want this to just be an LSPD thing like Bill Mays' I want it to be anyone can approach Martha, because number one, she wouldn't accept the position if it was only available to the LSPD. I know that damn well. Again, Martha is someone who will tell you no to your face if you are asking her to do something that she would not want to do. And I already know that she wouldn't want to do it if she couldn't assist everybody. So, the other thing, the academy stuff and no formal training. The parallel I'll make is Marshall's never had an academy. So, and they also asked that we assist with, this was a long time ago, but they asked if we could assist them essentially with training the marshals. This was when I was in the BCSO. And if that could happen, I don't see why Martha, aside from relevant things like, chain of custody, stuff that she may actually no, because she only does VR stuff. So literally, there's nothing that would need to be done. But yeah, I just want to give you all a heads up regarding that, because I do want to push that here in the very near future, because I don't want her, she doesn't want to show up, because the whole dispatch thing, is just no bueno.
I think the only problem you're going to have with that whole both department things is I don't think anyone from the BCSO or the LSPD, the only problem you're going to have is Pred himself when it comes to that.
Well, my way to avoid that is anytime there's an investigation, it is rarely ever a single department that is involved. It's typically cross department. And I think it would be very silly to only answer questions from the LSPD officers and not the BCSO ones, despite the fact that it's the same situation that she may have context for. And on top of that, Lucas was telling me that he actually believes that the dispatch related stuff, and specifically Martha, was like a collective agreement between the LSPD and the BCSO at the time. Don't know if it's true, but I certainly will. I will inquire. But I will make sure I jot that down as a point of contention.
Yeah, maybe maybe a job title for her rather than being an officer.
Yeah.
Or whatever, you know?
100%.
Yeah.
So on dispatch, you would have to be listed as an officer because those are preset ranks that we don't have control over, I believe.
You can set yourself up to say whatever you want, though.
Correct. I mean, obviously, she'd have to have her name, but I'm talking about like when you're scrolling through dispatch, you know, the rank listed, hers is going to have to be something PD related, most likely
Yeah.
officer. And I told her that because again, she doesn't even want to see her name under dispatch. And I think a lot of people don't realize that Martha has been sworn in, and can be utilized as a resource for countless things.
There's so much you could find if you just take the time and look at the MDT and
Yes.
run evidence.
So hi,
Literally
Reed.
the other
Reed, I
day we
blocked
had
you
a
on Steam.
mass OIS at the Mobile 253. I actually ran all the evidence, everything. Turned into me finding out that one, I couldn't even do hot gun charges because there was another scene there that wasn't properly cleaned up. So there was
Yep.
leftover casings from other officers. And then from those officers, I found someone whose weapon registration was messed up because they had a 0 instead of an O in their weapon registration, like the actual manual registration.
no.
All from just running the evidence of the OIS. I found both of that.
That brings up something, which is we need to normalize informing people how to easily copy those things to avoid
Yeah,
those mistakes.
I don't know. I think they copied it for the body of the text, but when they did it manually, they put another 0 instead of an O. And I don't think this person comes around a lot, so I'm trying to have other people reach out to them. But I also put it in their weapon registry report. But
And
I just
sure,
want
I
them
think
to.
you said it was.
Aaron
It's
Bison is who it was. Yeah,
he's
his
generally
heavy pistol.
pretty thorough with things that he does, so it must be just like a mistake.
Yeah, it was literally just a 0 instead of an O. Like you could see that it was just a.
Did you guys see
mistake.
the Spectre thing?
Yep.
Does anyone have context?
I imagine it's to do with the raid.
Yes. Well, I only have information from yesterday, but the TLDR was they had someone in custody. They gave consent to search. By the way, consent to search still needs to be written in a contract and signed before it can be executed, even if they're verbally saying it. Consent was revoked via text. I don't know if Spectre was aware, but he checked the trunk of a vehicle. There was nothing in it. And he searched a car. There was no warrant. They revoked consent. I, again, don't know if it was before or after. It doesn't matter because it's still not legal because there's no contract as instructed. They did not continue writing or submitting the warrant to a judge afterwards, from my understanding. I want to say Spectre had gotten demoted. I could be wrong. I think he got demoted as part of that situation. He has barely been on duty since. And while we were in the meeting room, or not the meeting room, the chief's office the other day, actually my office, Brandy said he's likely not showing up to court. And so my thing was, if this time of year people get busy. So like if it's for that reason, it is what it is. It's not ideal, but you know, it's at least understandable. However, if he's willingly choosing not to, because he's quitting the police department or whatever, and just doesn't agree with what occurred, he's being blacklisted from PD. You don't just, when things get rough, you don't just stop showing up. It don't work that way. So I don't know if they confirm that he will not be participating in the court case, but it made the court case considerably more difficult as he is not there. Oh my gosh, Abdul's there.
Imagine so.
So I'm assuming it's been confirmed he won't be present. Don't actually know though. I'll have to speak with the people involved.
Yeah, I didn't know any of that. I just figured it was from that raid. That was like punishment for it or whatever. You know?
Yeah, and also apparently someone twatted a photo of the vehicle that was being checked while it was all happening, like PD. I don't know who it was.
Someone from PD twatted it.
Yeah, don't know who it was.
What did they put out?
A photo of, I think it was a selfie of the car like pulled out. I don't know if it showed like an
Well, they were
officer
kinda
going
like
through the trunk.
Like said they were raiding them or something.
I don't know. But that certainly isn't going to help the case.
Do we have evidence of that, or
I don't actually know. It might be in the docket posting.
because if it's a selfie, it's going to be the person taking the selfie that
Yeah.
should be. Not necessarily though. Anyone can take a selfie, but someone else could put it up.
Let's see. Right here. But that's all I wanted to mention. I am looking specifically for the thing though. Kane West. Trade receipt, text message.
I swear we raided. Did we raid something of his around the time that this raid happened? I think he got caught with drugs or something.
Didn't we arrest them the other day?
Yeah, wasn't he a part
He
of
was
that?
arrested, but this is a
whole
couple of months ago.
Oh.
He was caught with a bunch of weed or something, I believe, and it turns out the house that he was in was a doctor's house, or it was a doctor's house or something. Owns that property on Jamestown Street, across from the cash exchange. And we pulled the vehicle. I think it was me and you that pulled the vehicle out there. I don't know if you remember it. It's a white and coloured Sultan RS or something.
Search warrant. I'm not seeing the photo, but someone did mention something like that. So I don't know who, but anyways. I put the W16 in the Coquette. Rating went up. Handling doesn't seem much different. I don't know realistically how much faster it is, or if it is, because I was chasing a spiked car. But I'm definitely gonna continue. I'm also gonna throw the Yote into the Coquette because I put the Yote, or not the Yote, I put the W16 in the Buffalo that Lucas has, which has a Yote, identical rating, and Lucas believes it drives identically as well.
Okay.
So it's starting to sound like very similar performance to a Yote.
Yeah. What would you build one though? It's twice as expensive to build.
I have no idea. No idea. Maybe it is handling related stuff.
Or
But
maybe actually, maybe there is certain vehicles that it performs better in.
yeah, and for us, well,
I actually think the Imaggio out there's got one in it. Sure sounded like one when I drove it back here. That grey one.
Yeah, I think
I'll have
it
to
does.
double check it.
I think it does.
all right. Is there anything y'all need from me at the moment?
But I know
I
of.
don't think so.
All right, perfect.
Only thing
Guys,
I
I
wanted
have a
to.
suggestion.
Oh, Abdul. I
How
didn't
long
see
have you
over
been there, Abdul?
I was paying respect to the flag, sir.
Okay, sorry. What's up?
Yeah. Honestly, I think Martha's suited for forensics, no?
She does want to do stuff with evidence. I don't believe she wants to handle evidence directly and wants to do a bunch of like VR related stuff.
Ah. Okay,
So-
that's all I wanted to say. You know, like she seems
you're-
suited for forensics.
How long have
that's
you
all.
been honoring the flag?
You know, it's a great country, sir.
Okay.
God
All right.
bless America.
Yeah.
He's been there the whole time, hasn't he?
Land of the
Possibly.
free, home of the brave.
You really
Abdul,
have
what,
no
what was the
awareness, huh?
what was the first topic of conversation that you heard?
First topic.
Yeah.
Let me see. I guess it started with Marta. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see you were there the whole time.
Yeah. Since the start of Marta topic.
Okay. Yeah, you missed some stuff.
Did I?
Yeah. I can't tell you it
Um,
though.
Well, it's fine. I guess I was meant to miss it. The rest, not so much.
Oh, you did too.
Get out there,
You
Abdul.
know?
Get out
yes,
there.
of course. I guess I'll
Go!
go back in 8. Yes, of course.
Wait, hold on. Honor the flag before you go. You can't
Of
just
course.
yeah, you can't just leave it after all the prior honoring. All right. You're good. You're good.
Have a good day.
I forgot. Abdul said earlier that Spectre was working at Senior Bun
He did.
Wait, when?
What did you just do?
today. Earlier, like not even like an hour ago, maybe less than that.
I'll tell you something funny. He came up to us and he said, "What's the tea, guys?" And has anyone read command reports or anything? And I said, I haven't looked at any today or whatever.
He told me there was tea in command reports.
Well, I looked and I seen that, but I didn't say anything because I don't. When something like that happens, I don't like broadcasting. So I don't know whether anyone knows that. So I said, "Oh, there is tea there, but I can't tell you, unfortunately." And then he reckons, "Don't worry, I'll get it." And he beelined it straight for you.
Oh
And then I
yeah,
forgot about it
100%.
after that.
I mean, I didn't. Did I say Spectre was fired? No. Did I say if he sees Spectre, he should be turning his equipment? Yes. I mean, listen, we should know. The people should know, because what if Spectre rolls up and is like, "Hey yo, can you give me your class 2 so I can check something real quick," and then takes off with it because no one knows he's been fired.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair enough.
So like,
If it's stuff that's unless it's in an announcement or something, someone's been let go. I don't like advertising it.
yeah, I don't blame
You know
you.
what I mean? I don't.
We
know
don't want to
whether
get
it's-
frosted.
Yeah, I'm not interested in any of that sort of stuff. But yeah, it was shortly after that he'd come back and said Spectre was working at Senior Buns, which seemed very crazy. That
Is
back
that
and-
He was like,
actually
"What
the
happened
case?
specifically?
Is it actually the
I
case, or
don't
did
know if
he?
he made that up or no? I
He
don't
may
know.
have
said
made that up.
Spectre seemed like sad, and he was at Senior Buns or something.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to speak to Maxwell. Actually, you know what? I think I need to speak to Opal regarding another Kukulski thing that mentioned Opal was handling it alongside someone else.
Yeah, I think with Kukulski, I think he has good intentions. He just doesn't execute them at times. There's been plenty of situations where I've thought maybe he's a little harsh on people. I think it's the way he comes across at times. But I come across like that too. So.
I think the problem is too is when he wakes up early, like, and he's like in shift 3, like I have a shift 3 mentality, right? Like, and when I get into shift 1, you know, I have to adjust that mentality a little
Yeah.
bit. I think it's the inverse for him. He is a shift 1 when Pred's on duty and we're laying down the law mentality, but he has it in shift 3, and that's like, you know,
You have to be able to adapt because
yes.
listen, if some dumb bitch in shift 2 decides to jump into shift 3 and think that they're going to start problems that we are going to end up having to deal with, absolutely the fuck not. No.
Yeah. That's how I kind of see it, right?
Because we in shift 3 have to pick and choose our battles. Because we have to be mindful of the fact that there may only be a couple of us, a handful of us. We ain't got 40
Especially
units
with the
on duty.
holidays coming.
Exactly.
Especially.
So I tell people, just because we've got 20 officers today doesn't mean we're not going to have 2 tomorrow. And it happens like that. We can have 20 officers and 10 minutes later there's 2 of us.
Yeah. Davenport, I remember you saying Soze was around, and you ain't never seen numbers so high. And then it jumps off duty, and the numbers tank.
Yeah, it was back to me being on duty by myself, and I think it was me and Ricky for a while there, and then Ricky took a break, and it was just me and the other one was.
All right. I'm gonna call Opal just to inquire about how he took that prior situation, because this was like 2 weeks ago. And I want to make sure that it wasn't in a bad way, because if there's one thing that does genuinely piss me off, it's when people are not receptive to feedback.
Yeah. Oh,
Do you
also
guys
Ricky,
remember that one guy? Was it Lawson? I remember damn near. I think it was Alice wrote like he is not receptive. Like he just kept making excuses as opposed to just like improving. Sorry, off topic.
What was his name? Lawson.
Was it Jack Lawson? It was definitely Lawson, his last name for sure.
I don't remember.
Yeah, Jack Lawson.
That is.
Oh my god, his staff profile photo is scary.
Actually, come to think of it, whatever happened to what was the guy's name? He came for an interview for shift 3. Was it Gary? Gary something. He was an officer a while back, and then he came for the interview.
Oh yeah, the guy in the suit.
The suit, yeah.
It used to be a cop, Sexton.
Yeah, Sexton.
What happened to him?
I don't know. I wonder why he
I'm
didn't
not
get
certain.
I have to ask Maple that as to why he wasn't included in the academy thing.
That I'm not certain of.
I think we've lost half of the people from the academy already.
Really?
Yeah, not one of them have clocked in to do a shift yet.
I mean, do you think they're burnt out from the?
I mean, to be fair, I think someone did put that like the FTOs are probably going to be burnt out, so like they might not get a session. So people might not be, you know.
I'm gonna be honest though,
reason.
like shift 3 is like the prime shift to do it because there is downtime to where you can just like have friendly conversations, you know, during that downtime to throw out
100%.
hypotheticals and.
I think it was Fish. You just put in there though, like academy just happened. So if you queue and you don't get taken, don't get discouraged. And maybe people took that as like, oh, I'm just gonna wait to queue or something. But
got it.
Yeah, but they should still queue regardless.
Oh
because
yeah, 100%. But maybe that's how they're taking it. I don't know.
I'm calling Opal. Oh, what is this?
What were you gonna say, Davenport, before?
I spoke to King. He's given me permission to take Air 1 to look for street races and stuff early in the shift. So when there's not much going on, instead of us driving around for an hour trying to find them,
Yellow.
take Air 1
Hey, Opal, how you doing?
Pinpoint it and then...
Depends on what this phone call is about, to be honest.
What? Well, okay. Hopefully, I can alleviate any. You're not in trouble.
Okay.
Should you be in trouble?
No.
Well, then why'd you answer like that?
I don't know. You never know what superiors get up to.
I don't know. It sounded like you should be in trouble. Do I got to look at stuff? What happened?
No, nothing.
This is sounding awfully suspect, Opal.
No.
Because I didn't think I had reason for concerns, but I might have reason for concern.
No, I don't think so. What's up? How can I help?
I'm sorry. I have a question. So a couple weeks ago, I believe it was you and Aaron tasked with dealing with the situation involving Kukulski. Do you recall that?
You might have to jog my memory.
He was. Give me a second. Let me reference the report.
Oh, is this the rights violation Seamus McCarthy thing?
Well, I didn't read the actual statements. There is something from Seamus McCarthy. Yes.
Yes. I remember.
Okay. Do you recall if it was you or Aaron that had? So I see that Aaron spoke to him. Do you know who issued or had the conversation with him regarding the DApps?
I had no conversation with him regarding DApps. I didn't know he got DApp, but I assume it was because she told him to make the report for the traffic stop, which he's required to. And then that was like on a Friday or something. Don't put me in the water. We're nowhere near the water. And then on like Monday or something, like way later, I spoke to him because Seamus had called me asking about the report, and it wasn't there. So I called him again. He's like, "Yeah, I'll do it now," but she's really mad about that.
Got it. Okay. All right. So I'll speak to Aaron because I don't think you would have the answer I'm looking for. The TLDR is that something happened today. He spiked at excessive speeds on North Rockford heading south, like downhill.
Oh.
And it sounds like there have been reoccurring issues with Kukulski. The thing is, I think a lot of times people are sort of given a slap on the wrist and then there's no paper trail. And that leads to people getting another slap on the wrist and another slap on the wrist. And the situation that, you're named in was 12 days ago. And I wanted to know how he was, whether or not he was receptive to feedback, essentially. Because obviously some people can be pretty receptive to feedback, and other people not so much. But yeah, I will speak with Erin when she's around.
Yep, perfect.
All right. Well, are you going to tell me why you were concerned that I was calling you?
No, I.
No, you're not.
Listen, no. I listen. Listen.
Okay, is my name Linda?
No, what? What does that mean?
Never mind. You wouldn't understand.
No, I don't think I do.
You ain't seen the video, the little kid who's like,
no,
Linda. Oh my gosh, never mind. All right, fine. I guess actually you're the old one apparently.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was like a child telling a full-grown adult, calling them by their first name, saying, listen. All right, maybe it's just me. It
might be just you.
It's not just me, Opal. It's you. I want you to know that you're old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you did something that you're concerned about. What's going on? Come on, tell me. Spill the tea.
No, so here's the thing, okay? I have this ongoing issue with Command and High Command having a problem with something I do, but not actually talking to me about it until it blows up into my face. Because for some reason, people are scared to talk to me. So I just never know when the bomb is going to hit, and I just always assume I did something wrong 5 years ago, and someone's going to be mad about it. Now. So I just don't have trust or faith in, my superiors, to be honest.
Okay, that's kind of fucked up that you would say that.
Well...
That's kind of fucked up.
Well, yeah.
Have I done that?
No.
Exactly.
It's a good point.
Look, I'm just saying, don't rope me into everyone else. Or we're gonna have problems, Opal, and I'm gonna give you a reason. I'm kidding. It's just a J. No, in all seriousness, Opal, if you do genuinely, perceive that as a concern, I will bring that up because it's not much different than this other situation I'm talking about where people get slap on the wrist, and then whatever problem, something, or someone may have is never fully addressed and then just continues to happen until someone blows up.
Well, I don't even get a slap on the wrist. Like, people just don't tell me something and then they expect me, or they tell me, but like not in a serious manner. And then they just expect me to know what they're upset about the next. You know, one time, this
Can
is
you
like ages
can you
ago,
give
but,
me
like,
an
one time I got
example?
suspended. Oh,
Okay.
there's your example. I got suspended one time because I got dabbed, but no one told me I got dabbed or suspended. I had to find out because I got sergeant and read command reports about me.
Okay, question. Has this happened since the change in chief of police?
No, this was like 8
I mean,
years
I would
ago.
probably say like the whole TRT stuff. I don't know that I would equate it to the same, but like it's probably similar-ish in nature. But I'm trying to think of like anything else that could have potentially happened, because if you are saying that this is a problem, then I want to make sure it's actually addressed and not just like, okay, yeah, we'll just monitor and then nothing actually comes of it. Because
Well, actually, no.
no
I
one
do
should
kinda agree
ever
that it's
fucking be
like that.
surprised. Like straight up,
You know?
I have a mindset of if someone is surprised at a consequence or an action against them, then we have failed somewhere along the line, because no one should ever fucking be surprised that something's happening.
Yeah, no, I was very surprised at that. And then I was even more surprised when I was told I get the choice between, whatever choice you gave me. Then I just got removed from TRT after I got back from my vacation. So that choice was taken from me. So then I was like, okay, I'll fucking turn CID around. But then that was taken from me as well, with no communication. So, very surprising things.
Huh. I need...
Yeah.
I was going to ask you something separate.
No,
Never mind.
No, ask it.
You've done a lot of investigation related things. You've had a lot of cases and whatnot, right?
Uh-huh.
What's your stance on Martha? I know that's
I
vague.
think she's good, but I don't really like work with her a lot. 'Cause she's like BCSL.
Wait,
She's not. Wait, Martha. I don't know why I thought of Matilda.
Martha, pink hair, not Matilda. Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's good. Yo, someone just did the wickedest shit over my car. No, she's good. She's really helpful.
Got it. Okay. Just sort of gauging interest here. If we sort of if we moved Martha around, because right now she sort of falls under dispatch, but she's not dispatch, she's a receptionist. But she's also a wealth of knowledge because she is a civilian who goes out every single day, speaks to a gazillion different people. People spill all the fucking tea to her. But without her actually being like an officer that goes out on the streets in uniform. So essentially a role in which she would be at Mission Row. She can still take reports from individuals coming in to report stuff. But again, she wouldn't be in uniform. She'd be in her normal clothing. Because let's be honest, if she was ever in uniform, no one would speak to her regarding anything potentially a little sus. And then be able to provide people with active investigations any like knowledge or insight that she may have or may have overheard, in addition to providing her service of, all of the lemon list photos and phone numbers on everyone's fucking profile that you could possibly imagine. Do you think there'd be an issue with Martha being in a position like that? To be clear, she would not be out on the streets. She wouldn't even have a PD-issued gun. It would be for the sole purpose of using her as a wealth of knowledge.
I think as long as it doesn't compromise her safety, I think that's good.
Okay. All right. That's all I've got. I'll let you go. I've taken up 10 minutes of your time, of which for several of those you were worried I was gonna like suspend you or dap you or fire you.
Would have been funny, to be fair.
I mean, I'm kind of considering it just to keep up with the time. But hold on, why am I getting attitude now when you started this by assuming I was gonna do something?
Well,
You
'cause
started
said
it.
were.
You put me on edge. by being on edge.
Fuck. Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all right. Not that I need to forgive you, but you're forgiven. Opal, just reaching out. You know, is there anything that you need? Anything that anything that we can do? I'm just having conversations with random people in the department, trying to, you know, figure out if there's anything that's like being overlooked at the moment.
You know, I already told Max everything I need, and none of those I can get. So you know, it's just kind of whatever, you know.
Oh, are any of them financial related things?
No.
I was gonna say, if they are, then you can put in a grant request to the mayor's office and it'll likely be approved. And then you can do it again a day later and get approved again for the same thing.
Oh, that. That sounds.
Have you seen the mess that is the grants? It's bad.
No.
It's bad.
It sounds bad.
Oh my god, I'm seeing stuff. Okay, listen, I'm gonna let you go. I don't want to take up any more of your time. Stay safe. If you need anything, let me know.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bill's around. Bill's not picking up.
Hard brake right, eastbound. U-turn, southbound, low power.
Left, east of Vespucci. Medium brake, left, northbound.
Let's see who's on this pursuit. This unit, this unit, this unit, this unit.
Paywall, lower power street. Right, eastbound, San Andreas Ave. Right, southbound, Elgin Ave. Left, eastbound, Vespucci. Right, southbound, Strawberry. Strawberry, high rates of speed. Braking, right, westbound, Innocence. Hard brake, left, southbound, through the car wash, Forum connection. Right, westbound Forum. Right, northbound.
Saw a pink car.
Forum Dirt Path. Transitioning back to Casa. Right,
Down onto
northbound, out on
Innocence.
BTV.
Westbound, eastbound Carson.
Yeah. Full send.
Left, northbound Strawberry.
Team in North Strawberry, I've got it. Yeah. Braking at the Lucky Plucker, 50. Sorry, blah, 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 blah. Go, go, go. Southbound through the alleyways off Davis, Project McDonald. Braking on Bro, westbound Bro. All the way towards Grove. Gonna be going southbound through the back alleyways of Grove. Gonna be coming out on London, I think.
Want to tell them about the pink coquette?
Stand by. He's going in the canals.
Westbound in the canals.
Westbound in the canals, full send.
I like the way this car looks too. It's weird. Like, I don't like. It's obviously because of the sun right now, but like this does look brown.
He's heading back up. Looks like he's heading for reporter lower. He's gone right. He's coming out of sanitation, we believe. Yep, right at sanitation, eastbound and left north Alta.
Westbound Innocence. BCB.
Innocence, westbound Innocence. You go back down the back down the slip to Lower Laporta. Taking the Lower Laporta skip, northbound Lower Laporta.
That's parallels, guys.
In correct lanes of travel in the northbound Laporta. Correct lanes of travel now. Slipping over to Alta Street. We'll be coming out Alta.
Once they're comfortable, I'll let them know.
Northbound Alta.
Good talking to you.
crossing over Vespucci, approaching San Andreas, continuing northbound Norta, left.
Where am I needed?
We're south, where are we? We are at Rockford Plaza.
Approaching Haywick. Rockford Plaza.
He's so fast.
Got an individual running on foot. He has a gun, and he has made vague threats.
Oh.
You have the gun in hand?
Westbound.
He put the gun
No,
away,
he
but
took
he's
it
made
away.
multiple vague threats, so it could turn ugly.
Parking back to Irish.
Oh.
I believe it's him. Currently westbound,
what did you
westbound
just
next
do?
to Rockford Plaza, coming up to the
Lars,
the bank,
thank
the
you
Fleeca Bank
for the
now.
6 months. I appreciate it.
He's running too fast.
Also, Crab, thank you for the 75 months. Has been a
Threw
long
out
time.
something.
He dropped an advanced toolkit.
Running. We're passing the Fleeca right now. We're on the opposite side of the Fleeca. Continuing westbound. Very nice block.
Well, he's going up the alleyway with the staircase to go behind the apartment.
Now,
building
why
with
is he
people
screaming
wrapped
that
up
like
on
he's
top
calling
of-
for
He's
78?
going for coast. He resisted. He's running up the stairs northbound. Take it. I'm going around.
We're on the rooftops, westbound. Now southbound, he's jumping down. Oh, he made it!
Ah!
Coming out towards the roadway, I think he's jumping.
Balcony.
See, he's on the balcony.
Hey, firm. He's directly. He's above you. He's going back. He's heading eastbound.
Team, I'm gonna try to get on the balcony.
Hey,
I'm on the
firm.
balcony.
He did run into the corner along the far southwest corner.
Anyway,
I don't know if he attempted to hide anything.
Vamos is going.
I don't think so.
195, 195.
195.
Hey, firm. Be advised, if you do suspect it is Irish, he has attempted to claim to be Michael Stargo. And he previously had their ID.
Okay, yeah. The vehicle came back to Irish, the vehicle that was there. And it was not tampered with.
Hey,
Abdul, are you Ocean King?
I'm Ocean King. I'm still on the scene. With the other suspect.
with this 95, or any of the 77s needed anywhere else?
I don't think so. If someone can stay behind it and just give us a lift back to the original scene.
Okay, I need you to go back to that house he went into. Right now, I did a little pat on him. I cannot see to find his gun.
Oh, okay. Can the Interceptor give me a lift back there?
Hey, firm. But before we leave on the balcony, right where the coquette is, he was over there for a moment. I don't know if he dropped anything. Or hop on in.
We know that he has
so
a gun in his
head
hand when he was
east
running, and
on
now when
Hayward.
I had him down, there was no gun.
Sorry, where is your vehicle?
No, we're going to try and find the gun. So go
Okay.
east on Haywick. Because he went inside a building and he threatened to stab us, and we were like outside. Just keep going straight, and then next left.
He's trying to juke me. He's telling me if there was a gun, it was definitely not in that house.
Then
So the way where we've been running right now, you need to backtrack and see if you find him.
Yeah,
So
I'm trying to
there's
find the building.
vehicle there.
No,
Wait,
stop here.
is it the apartment building?
there's a door that
Somewhere
can
on
open
the
in one of
right.
these side streets. I
Yeah.
can't remember exactly where it is.
It is.
Oh, it's there.
Right.
I think it's there.
It's either this one or the one to the left. I suspect it is this second floor. Funny that we ended up learning anything.
It's got to be in here somewhere.
Ugh, this place is disgusting.
It's got to be, surely.
How long was he in here for?
Like 30 seconds, maybe?
Can you go to the house?
30 seconds.
Yeah, we're at the house trying to find it.
Yeah, like, because we were on the other side of the door and he was threatening to stab us if we came in, and then he just suddenly ran out, so...